Philosophy of Shiva Abhishekam. Alankarapriyo Vishnu, Abhishekpriya Shiva. Vishnu is very fond of alankar, fine dress, beautiful ornaments, etc. Shiv is fond of Abhishek. In Shiv temples, a pot made up of copper or brass with a hole in the center is kept hanging over the image or ling of Shiv, and water falls on the image throughout day and night. Pouring over the ling, water, milk, ghee, curd, honey, coconut water, panchamrit, etc., is called Abhishekam. Abhisamhek is done for Shiv. Rudram is chanted along with the Abhishekam. Shiva is propitiated by Abhishekam. Shiva drank the poison that emanated from the churning of the ocean of milk and wore the Ganga and the moon on his head to cool his head. Shiva has the fiery third eye. Constant Abhishekam cools this eye too. The greatest and the highest Abhishekam is to pour the waters of pure love on the Aatm ling of the lotus of the heart. The external Abhishekam with various objects will help the growth of devotion and adoration for Shiva and eventually lead to internal Abhishekam with pure abundant flow of love. Abhishek is a part of Shiv Puja. Without Abhishekam, worship of Shiv is incomplete. During Shiva Abhishekam Rudra, Purusha Suktam, Chamakam, Maha Mrityunjaya mantra etc. are chanted in a particular rhythm and order. Monday is very important day for Shiv and the 13th day of the fortnight Pradosh is very sacred. On these days, devotees of Shiv worship him with special puja, Abhishekam with Ekadash Rudra, Archana, offering plenty of prasad, and illumination. In Ekadash Rudram Abhishek, every Rudram is chanted with distinctive articles for Abhishek. Ganga water, milk, ghee, honey, rose water, coconut water, sandal paste, panchamrit, scented oil, sugarcane juice and lime juice are made use of for Abhishekam. After every Abhishek, pure water is poured over the head of Shiva Ling. When Rudra is recited only once, the different articles of Abhishek are made use of after every stanza of the Rudram. The Abhishekam water or other articles used for Abhishekam are considered very sacred and bestow immense benefits on the devotees who take it as the Lord's prasad. It purifies the heart and destroys countless sins. You must take it with intense bhav and faith. When you do Abhishek with bhav and devotion, your mind is concentrated. Your heart is filled with the image of the Lord and divine thoughts. You forget your body and its relation and surroundings. Egoism gradually vanishes. When there is forgetfulness, you begin to enjoy and taste the eternal bliss of Shiv. Recitation of Rudram or Om Namah Shivaya mantra purifies the mind and fills it with sattva. If you do Shiva Abhishekam with Rudrapath in the name of a person suffering from any disease, he will be soon freed from that disease. Incurable diseases are cured by Abhishekam. Abhishekam bestows health, wealth, prosperity, progeny, etc. Shiva Abhishekam on Monday is most auspicious. By offering panchamrit, a mixture of honey, milk, yogurt, ghee, Ganga water, to the Lord, thoughts about your body diminish. Selfishness slowly vanishes. You derive immense joy. You begin to increase your offerings unto the Lord. Therefore, self-sacrifice and self-surrender come in. Naturally, there is an outpouring from your heart, I am thine, my Lord. All is thine, my Lord. Kanapa Nayanar, a great devotee of Shiva, a hunter by profession, did Shiva Abhishekam with the water in his mouth for the ling at Kalahasti in South India and propitiated Shiv. Shiv is pleased by pure devotion. It is the mental bhav that counts and not the outward show. Shiv said to the temple priest, "This water from the mouth of Kanapa, my beloved devotee, is more pure than the water of the Ganga." A devotee should be regular in doing Abhishek for the Lord. He should get Rudram and Chamakam by heart. Ekadash Rudra is more powerful and effective. In northern India, every man or woman takes a lots of water and pours it on the image of Shiv. This also causes beneficial results and brings about the fulfillment of one's desire. Abhishek on Shiv Ratri day is very effective. May you all recite Rudrapath, which describes the glory of Shiv and his manifestations in every living being, in every animate and inanimate being. May you do Shiva Abhishekam daily and thus obtain the grace of Lord Shiv. May Lord Visvanath bless you all. Legend about Shiva Abhishekam. Story goes that after creation was complete, Lord Shiv began to live on top of the Mount Kailash with his consort Parvati. One day, Parvati asked Shiv that his devotees perform many rituals to please the Lord, but which one pleases him most? To this, Shiv replied that the 14th night of the new moon, during the month of Phalgun, is his favorite day. The day is celebrated as Shivratri. On this day, devotees observe strict spiritual discipline and worship Shiv in 4 different forms during each of the 4 successive 3-hour periods of the night. Shiv further said that the devotees offer him bell leaves Bilva Patra on that day and that those leaves were precious to him than the precious jewels and flowers. Explaining the right way of worshipping to Shiv, The Lord said, devotees should bathe me in the milk during the first period, in curd at the second, in clarified butter in the third and in honey in the fourth and the last period. Shiv further added that next morning devotees must feed the Brahman first and, only after following the prescribed ritual must he break the fast. Shiv further told Parvati that rituals of Shiva Ratri could not be compared with any other performed for him. Parvati Devi became deeply impressed with Shiva's speech and she narrated it to her friends. Through them the word spread all over the creation. Hence, Shiv devotees began to celebrate Shiva Ratri by fasting and by performing the ceremonial baths and making an offering of bell leaves.